This is exactly where I think we're at right now. Show me the charts and I'll tell you the news. We have had a clean Wyckoff accumulation full cycle. Now I have a lesson on this on my Patreon, but preliminary support, selling climax, automatic rally, secondary test, spring, sign of strength, LPS, and the buy back. This is a full cycle. The thing that comes after this is the distribution, aka the bull run. The Wyckoff accumulation is even more apparent on things like Ethereum. You have your selling climax. This would be your preliminary support, your automatic rally, your secondary test, your spring, your sign of strength, your LPS, and your buyback. Again, this full class, I'm creating a full course on my Patreon, link in the description for that. But more and more evidence is coming out that the bull run is closer rather than later. And the more hilarious part is everyone always tells me that the narratives lead the charge. Well, here we have right when BlackRock filed for the ETF, the Bitcoin ETF, the very first time, it was right here on this candle. Big run up, it got rejected, and they refiled, and look at that, it's selling off. They resubmitted their Bitcoin ETF on this candle and it's selling off. Imagine that. It's literally the same narrative. This is why I say, show me the charts and I'll tell you the news. And just in case you want proof, BlackRock files spot ETF. This was on June the 15th. BlackRock refiles Bitcoin ETF on July the 3rd. July the 3rd. Imagine that. Everyone always says, oh, you had me until you start talking about the moon. And looky here. We have the new moon, big run up, the full moon, big sell off. Or BlackRock files for a Bitcoin ETF right before the new moon. BlackRock files for an ETF right at the full moon. Literally the same narrative, opposite effect in the markets. Imagine. For the record, guys, it is an indicator on TradingView for a reason. I have a full course on how to trade with the moon. It would not be an indicator on TradingView unless there was some merit to it. Now we do have a gap to the upside here between 30 and 31,000. I anticipate that will get filled in the next new moon. As of right now, we back tested the moving average, the 21 moving average pretty cleanly, and we found some support there on the 21 moving average. I would anticipate us to move out of the full moon energy in the next couple of days. Full moon is the bearish time of the energy. Once we get above 31,000, 32,000, there is almost nothing in between 32,000 all the way up to 38,000. When there is a gap in the market like that, it will get filled quick, fast, in a hurry. Even if it comes back and back test, it's going to go there very, very quickly. I've been saying all along, I think we're going to go to the 618, and I still believe that we are going to go to the 618. With all of the elements of Wyckoff being completed, Wyckoff accumulation, there is a possibility that we just completely start a full new on bull run. That's not personally my thesis, but I would change my thesis if we got above the 786, aka about 61,000. If we started getting daily closes above 61,000 and even into new all-time highs, I would change my thesis. But as for me, I still believe 48,000 very soon is going to happen. You're starting to feel the sentiment is changing very rapidly before your very eyes. Perfect example of that is how it started versus how it's going. BlackRock, Larry Fink calls Bitcoin an index of money laundering. And the same Larry Fink calls crypto digital gold. Bitcoin has the power to revolutionize finance. You're seeing the sentiment change right before your very eyes. The CEO of the biggest company in the world called Bitcoin digital gold on live TV, and you don't think that Bitcoin's going to go to 100K. All right, that's where I think we're going. Follow me for more, you savages.
I'm hustling, 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 hustling,
It's your
hustling,
boy,
hustling,
Ski.
hustling, 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 hustling.